Well, hello there, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. I start with the hydrangeas in Waitrose last week. So pretty, and all of the flowers that I bought. I got all of these roses half price. Look at those glorious yellow stickers. Treats included this chocolate and some salted cashew nuts. A few yellow stickers were found. This spicy edamame salad, which is really yummy. £2.55, not bad. No idea what to do with this ramen paste, but it doesn't go out of date until next year, and at 35 pence, I thought I'll get it and then I'll try and find out what to do with it. Apple crumbles, absolutely yummy. We had those on Thursday night. I got these to try because they were £1.05, but I wouldn't get those again. They were okay, nothing great. I found this disgusting sounding Tutti Frutti Fanta, and I thought Violet would like to try that, so I got that, and this Muti bolognese sauce is on offer. Tried that, and Bill wanted some gammon steaks, and I found some reduced, so he had those for dinner. So not the biggest stash of yellow sticker reduced items, but at least it was something, and as always, I'm being watched by the boss. Sometimes I crave red roses and bold colours, and then other times I crave these colours. I call them my ballet colours: blush, nudes, creams, very pale, barely there colours. And that's where I am this week. I'm just really loving the ballet colours and freesias and stocks. Oh, the smell of those was just amazing. Confetti, again in my ballet colours. It's really hard to find confetti these days. Have you tried? It's not easy. It took me ages to track this down. I miss the days when we had the diamond-shaped blue box of deco confetti that we always had in the 70s and 80s. Can't find it anywhere. This is Violet's outfit for the wedding, and this is the most gorgeous dress. It's by Coast, and if I was 30 years younger and at least half the size I am now, I would love to wear a dress like that. And she's got these shoes to go with it, which just makes it a bit younger and age appropriate. She looks really lovely in this outfit. It's so nice, and again, in what I would call ballet colours. The detail on this dress is absolutely outstanding. It's gorgeous. Definitely a dress to keep in the wardrobe forever. More lovely flowers in my favourite colours at the moment upstairs on the landing, and in the kitchen one evening the light hit the flowers and it just looked so gorgeous I had to record them again. Out in the garden we have geraniums in terracotta pots, which is something I really love in summer. So the front door is looking quite pretty in pink. Oh, and of course there was always something. So last Friday I had to have somebody in to fix a leak in the garage. So I'm trying to show you their water. So that's a bit annoying, but luckily easily sorted. But there's always something, isn't there? The silent member of Cat Club, Pixel, I spotted him in the front garden. I have to record him discreetly or he'll just vanish. And it's always nice to see Pixel. This member of Cat Club is never shy and he's always here. Dear Tiger just rolling around in my rose garden. So we went to the range for a few supplies: sellotape, ribbon, some cord, PVA glue, wrapping paper, brown paper and some card. I had a project in mind and I'm going to show you what it is. Henry Katz has noticed that Violet's hat is made of feather, so I need to keep it safe, and I was going to make a hat box, and this is how I make them. First of all, I'll find something that's slightly bigger than the hat, in this case this plate. Then I make 2 circles and I will cut them out. I'm just using a card that I got in the range, which was $1.99 a sheet. So there we are, 2 circles. Now one is going to be the top of the lid, the other is going to be the bottom of the base of the box. So you can see that's going to fit in there quite nicely. The CD case is the right height, so I'm using that as a template for the sides of the base of the box. So I'm just going to mark that out on the card too. And just so I know how long that needs to be, I'm just going to use this ribbon around the outside of one of the pieces of round card, and that will tell me how long I need it to be. I could measure it, but this is just easier because it's flexible. You can just about see where I've marked it there, so I need to cut that out. And then to attach this piece to the base of the box, I want it to sit on the actual circle. I don't know if I've explained that properly. So that needs to sit on the circle, and then the side of the lid needs to sit on the outside of the circle. That way it's going to fit. Hopefully that makes sense, and you can kind of get an idea of what I mean as I attach this card to this base. And this is probably the hardest part because you need a bit of strength. You have to force it and just carry on sticking it with sellotape onto the card. So I just go all the way around the circle, and don't worry about the shape too much. It will more or less be a cylinder shape, but I always have mistakes when I make a hat box. It's never perfect, and I never worry about it too much. And here comes my friend, and you can see he just went for that hat then, so this is why I need to make a hat box. And there I messed it up. I cut too much and the shape went all kinds of wrong, but it doesn't matter. So now I'm making the sides for the lid, and I've just used double width of my ruler. Yep, the cat has to get in on the act, and of course he sees a box that's quite small, so he has to try and get into it, and somehow he manages to get in there. So on with the lid, and here I am making sure that I attach the side to the outside of the circle. Before I was attaching the sides on the actual circle, so this is around it, and that means the lid will fit over the box thus. But of course I messed up yet again. I completely forgot that it needed to be slightly longer than the sides, and so I cut it too short, and you'll see that here. Yeah, that doesn't look great, but I'm not bothered. And the lid side was cut too short, so I had to add in an extra bit of card. And again, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover it, so if you make mistakes you will be covering it, so it doesn't really matter. It's quite nice on the inside, so that's good. And just a quick check, yes, the hat fits, so that's the main thing. There'll be tissue in there to protect it, but just want that hat to fit nicely in the box. Now let's cover this and cover up all those mistakes. PVA glue is your friend, and make sure you're generous, because as the glue dries it gives the hat box a little bit of extra strength, so don't be shy with the glue. And I've used this wrapping paper, which in hindsight was a mistake because it's a bit thin and it wrinkled really easily and some of the colour came off, so it wasn't the best, but Violet likes it and it does look quite pretty. Most of the wrinkles dried out, but it wasn't as smooth as I would have liked. And there, it's hidden my mistake. And the same with the base. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but it's not too bad. And it's been 18 years since I last made a hat box, so I was kind of reminding myself how to do it as I worked. But as I say, it's just to protect the hat, and also if Violet wants to carry the hat in a box en route to the wedding, then she can do so. On Sunday, I carried on with my hat box making, and Bill and Violet went down to the beach hut at Frinton to spend some time at the beach. Upon their return, I'd created a roast dinner of chicken, roast potatoes, vegetables and gravy. And I was watching Miss Marple as I did all of that. And the flowers here, you see the pink flowers are from the garden. Because it's been quite warm, the roses and other flowers haven't really lasted very well. But luckily it's that time of year when there's quite a lot to pick from the garden. These are the last of the tulips that I was taking to my mum. They're so pretty, those pink ones. I'd love to have seen those open. I'm sure they were very lovely. And on the way home, I carried the hat box. Now, this hat box I made quite a long time ago, and I couldn't quite remember how I'd done the cord to use as a handle. So I've been into my old bedroom at my mum's and dug it out and brought it home. I love this hat box and I love the paper. You see, I've created a handle there, and I just really couldn't remember how I'd done it, so I wanted to see this box again. And I'd made this box because I was going to a wedding in Hertfordshire and I needed a hat box. And this is from that wedding, so it's August 1997. And I found an old receipt from Laura Ashley in there, so I don't know what I'd bought in December 96, but there's the receipt for it. And they're just table setting cards. So yeah, that's what I needed to look at. So this box, considering how old it is, almost 30 years, it's really stood up to the test of time, hasn't it? I made it out of old signage from more than likely the perfume shop when I worked there. So it's quite a good sturdy card, and yeah, well made. So again, there's mistakes, it's not perfect, but it's still here. And this is the hat that I wore and the hat that needed to go into this box. It's not too bad, it needs a bit of steam to get some of the dents out. And this is the box that I made for this hat, the black and grey one. Yeah, my stripes aren't very well lined up. So there's Violet's finished box, and I'm just going to add cord for a handle so she can carry that rather than wear the hat to the wedding. She can just take it with her and it won't get bashed up. This is my other hat that I could have worn. I've worn it for a wedding before. This is another 30-year-old hat. It's got a few dents in it, subtle and understated. I do like this hat, it's very dramatic, it's gorgeous. And this is my vintage hat that I couldn't find before. Look at the crown. They just don't make hats like this anymore, do they? From either late 50s, early 60s, somewhere around there. But I really do love that hat. And voila, the finished box. Now it can be carried easily. In the garden we have these lovely blue irises. I've picked them naturally with all these other flowers from the garden. And in the kitchen I've made this smashing breakfast of asparagus and egg and a parmesan crisp. Oh, and I finally started to read this book. Had it 5 years. I've been carrying it around with me so far this year. Finally started to read it and it's really good. And yes, parmesan crisp. Don't think I'll do that again. It's quite stressful, but it's very tasty. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon.